The data and statistics I've mentioned today are very important because they inform the continuous improvement of our work. But we never lose sight of the fact that every piece of data is the very real life of a very real child. Today, one of those lives we have to share with you is the life of Jimmy Galvan, a former little brother who came to America from Mexico with his mother, brother, and sister when he was just a child. Jimmy's challenges were many. He didn't speak much English. School was a struggle. But Jimmy became a little brother when he was in the 7th grade and began attending Camp Odeokwa. And he says that's when his life in America began to fall in place. Jimmy has stayed very closely connected to Big Brothers, Big Sisters over the years and has remained close friends with Elizabeth Martinez, our Vice President of Programs, and Rich Gandarillas, who is on our board and a former board chair. Jimmy is here to share his story, so please help me welcome Alumni Little Brother, Jimmy. And before Jimmy starts, I'd like to ask Jimmy's wife, Christy Galvan, his brother, Ibrahim, and his mother, Rosa Herrera, to stand and be recognized. Thank you for being with us today.
Buenas tardes, good afternoon. First of all, I want to thank everybody for all of your donations, all of your time. I know that sometimes it's a big sacrifice. I have a little one now, and we try to do everything we can for them, and I know that everything that you guys do is to help all those kids like me who needed that help, who needed the support that maybe they don't get at home. So I want to thank all of you for making that possible, for making my dreams and my parents' dreams come possible. I was the first graduate of high school for my family, my immediate family, and the first college graduate. So to me that was very important, and I know that all of the work that my big brother put in, I know that if he could see it now, he would be proud, and that's what we strive for as little kids. We strive to make our families and those people that cared the most for us proud. I want to thank Ed, Elizabeth, and Mary for making this possible, for allowing me to come and share my story with you guys. It's an honor to be a part of this. I never thought as a little brother that I would be able to do this, and I am truly honored and truly thankful to all of your work and everything that you guys have done. Growing up, I didn't have a big brother. I was not blessed with an older figure, somebody to talk to that understood what I went through. I could talk to my parents, but it would never be the same to have that connection with someone at your own level, at your own mentality, the way you think. I never had that blessing. But when we moved to America, it was very difficult for me. I did not know their language. I did not know the culture, especially, and it was very different. To me, it was eye-opening. It opened my eyes to a new world, and it was beautiful. When in 7th grade, I was paired up with Scott, my big brother then. We could barely understand each other. He tried his hardest. I didn't speak any English. My English was broken. But he did his best to understand what I tried to say. He did his best to show me the way, to show me what I wanted to be in my future. My parents had always said that I should be better than them, and I am not ashamed to say that my mother is a housekeeper, and not ashamed that my father is a construction worker. I have learned from their ropes. The hard work gets you somewhere, and it did. Today I am working at a company where I can go into my own desk. I don't have to get up at such early hours of the day as they do and work. And this is part of what Scott taught me. You see, Scott had an office job, and that's what I wanted. I never wanted to work construction. I never wanted to clean a house or clean a toilet. I did do these things in college. I did work as a janitor for a couple years, and I didn't like it. And I wondered every day how my mom kept doing it. In the summers when I would go work construction with my dad, I wondered every day how he would do it. And when I talked to Scott back then, I told him, hey, I would say my dad is working every day and he makes below minimum wage. And he said, is that what you want for your future? Is that what you want to do? I didn't understand then what he meant because to me, honestly, as a 12-year-old, I didn't really care for it much. But now as an adult, I understand. I'll always remember until this day when I was growing up, my mother always told me to be an ejemplo, be an example to my siblings. And I never really took that into consideration until I was asked to do the speech. I went online and I researched what an example really means, and I translated it. So for those of you who speak Spanish, if it's not what you guys are used to hearing, I do apologize. But it says an example is that of which leads to be imitated. We imitate as kids what our parents do. I want my child to imitate what I do and go even further than that. I want to be a professional soccer player someday. To me, that's a dream, and I hope my child wants to be something even better, something greater. I have a lot of younger friends, a lot of younger kids, my siblings, for example. I want them to be more than I have. I want them to have better grades than I have. I want them to be so much more than that. I just can't explain how thankful I am to all those big brother and big sisters who helped me, through those camp counselors that throughout the summer stayed up with us, talking, sharing their stories, sharing their life stories, and sharing their goals. I am so thankful for all of those camp counselors at Camp Irioqua that helped me through it all. When I got homesick and I would start crying because I wanted to go home because I miss my parents, they would be there and they would say, "It's going to be okay. Tomorrow we're going to go camping. Tomorrow we're going to go stay at a cave and it's going to be so much fun. Or we're going to go canoeing, bike riding." And to me, I'll never forget those days because it was a true blessing. Scott was a true blessing to my life. Rich Grandelis was a true blessing to my life. When I saw his office, one field trip we took to his office, it was amazing. I said, I want to be that guy that sits at that office and helps people get stuff done. That's what I said. And I told him, I said, "Rich, remember this day because I'm going to be sitting in one of these offices one day. And I am working to get there." I want to thank all of you. I don't know if there are any big brother or big sisters here in this office, but if you are, could you please stand up? Please take a look around. All of you sacrifice something every year, every day when you go out and you help a little kid. I want to thank you all. I want to say thank you because you have made my dreams, you have made my parents' dreams come true. A lot of you guys' work pays off. Maybe you don't see it, maybe you won't see it after a while. But I want everybody to give them a hand, please. Give them a hand. Thank you all so much for what you've done for me, for what you've done for all those kids. If they could, those guys that are my age now, I'm sure they would tell you how much of an impact you made into their life. Again, I want to thank you, all of you, for allowing me to be a part of this day, and please enjoy your meal. Thank you so much.